Welcome everybody back to the M3 podcast. It is Davis and Jayden. I said your name first because
Because we missed a week and you forgot how to do an intro?
No, because it's alphabetical order and I'm being very generous here. Respect it, my dude. Respect it.
Respect your elders.
You're like 6 years older than me, dude. Fuck off. You're not my elder. Can I call you Grandpa then?
I don't have any kids, so no.
No. I'm your long lost child. But anyways, yeah, so we're coming back into you guys with another episode of the M3 podcast. We have some stuff that we want to get into today. The topic, or the episode title is What the Serious Fuck is Wrong with People? And we're going to say that in a multitude of ways, because
Jayden has more rants to go on.
A lot of rants to go over, but the first thing we have to address is that there was a shooting in Nova Scotia in Canada, close to home. Over 23 people were affected by this shooter, and we want to just send our thoughts and prayers and our condolences to the families that have been affected and everyone that they knew. I know is a super hard-hitting thing for the community of Nova Scotia, as well as people that don't even live in Nova Scotia. I have a buddy of mine who's from Nova Scotia, Chad. We've had him on the podcast. He's from Nova Scotia. He took this a little bit hard. I'm going to check in with him after this and see how everything's going. But yeah,
I grew up in New Brunswick, so not too far away.
Not too far away. I was on the other side of Canada, but as Canadians, we're all in this together, and as humans, we're all in this together. Which brings me to this point, to the shooter. Fucking rotten hell. Fuck off, dude. If you're that much of a coward that you have to end other people's lives, it's disgusting, it's deplorable, and you don't deserve to have your name said or spoken or thought about at all, considering you ended the life, or you have 22 victims at least. And for what reason? For what reason? Just so you can die in the end anyways?
Yeah, it's saddening and ridiculous, and especially since according to the news that I've read and everything, there's been no motive. He was just I'm just gonna walk down the street.
Lost it. Yeah, and everyone, I bet Americans are going nuts about this, being like, oh yeah, see, shootings happen everywhere. It's like, this happened in a place with gun control, and this is one shooting that's happened compared to the last 18 shootings that have happened in America, or some shit like that. I have no idea what the numbers are, don't quote me on that, and I'm trying not to be insensitive to say oh yeah, we don't deserve this. Nobody deserves a shooting, but it just goes to show what gun control can do for your country, for your people. So, America, you need to step the fuck up. Stop being a little bitch and being like, yeah, it's my right to own a gun. Yes, you can own a gun, but there needs to be some sort of control so that a crazy person doesn't get the gun, because then this shit happens. Okay? Now parents are growing up without kids. Kids are growing up without parents. We're losing huge parts of communities. We lost RCMP members and shit like that. We're losing children.
Yeah, we're already losing people due to COVID. We don't need to be fucking adding
people
more
because
death
of this
to
shit.
this.
Yeah, exactly. And it fucking boggles my mind, because it's it just sucks, because it's what if one of these people that have died had the cure for cancer or COVID? What if these people were going to be the next Elon Musk and find a way to actually reach the stars? That's potential that's wasted because some fuckhead decided, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and shoot a bunch of people because I'm a fucking twat.
And just on that note, though, even if it wasn't someone like that, I just want to throw this out there. Not that your point isn't valid, but the importance, even if they're just a random, individual that just works at the grocery store or anything like that, it's still with what's going on with COVID-19 right now,
everyone's
seeing that the regular jobs are super important in life and everything too. So and
that minimum wage person that's working at McDonald's could be the person that feeds you for the next couple days. So it's being respectful about all other people, and it's we definitely need to stick together in these hard times. But this fuckhead didn't understand, hey, yeah, we're going through a hard time, let's make it even harder by fucking making people not only is this a hard time for depression and for because you have to stay inside. You are basically stuck inside for your entire days, which is weird because I see a lot of people going out and about, and of course people still have their jobs and stuff, and they need their
Mhm.
vitamin D from the sun and like stuff like that. I get that, but
Yeah,
the more you stay,
I'm still going out for walks and
yeah,
stuff like that too.
yeah, the more we stay inside, the more we flatten the curve, the longer it takes to kill us as a species, the more time we have to develop a cure. So yeah, I kind of lost my point there. Like it starts like it's such a hard time to like stay inside, and people are going crazy. Like people are like they're probably getting
Getting
frustrated of
bored
one another.
and
Yeah, they're
yeah,
going stir
anxiety
crazy.
levels and depression levels are definitely rising right now.
Exactly,
We
right?
don't need more shit
Yeah.
to
Now
cause,
those families who have lost a member, it's like great. Now it's even worse because we can't even hold a funeral to see all the friends and family that were affected by it to take comfort with. Like it, this shit is just disgusting. So we're not even gonna say the person's name. The shooter doesn't deserve anything. Um, we'll like we're not gonna say anyone's names because it seems a little to me it seems a little insensitive to be like yeah this person
especially
passed away and stuff
yeah,
like that.
if you need to find, if you are curious enough, we'll link the
Yeah,
article in the description so you can
yeah,
see the more details of all the details of what's going on, because there's quite a few and I got this from the Guardian, which is an actual reliable news source.
mhm,
So everything, the names of people, not I don't, it includes a couple of the victims,
yeah,
and the RCMP officer that died in action,
yeah.
um, and the name of the individual that caused all this. So if you want any more information, you'll look at the Guardian's website in the description.
Yeah, and I do have to say that RCMP does not get enough fucking praise for what they do. Like having to deal with someone who is extremely violent, who has a gun, who is threatening to kill lots of people, like having to jump in front of those bullets and potentially and like they do it they don't go and they're just like, "Oh yeah, I'm better trained with a gun. I'm going to shoot you in the head and that's going to be that." They try to subdue the person first. They try to
Mm-hmm.
save the person so that they can pay for their crimes. But of course, the cowards always find a way to get out. But that's not the point. Shout outs go to, and thoughts and prayers and condolences all go out to the RCMP that took this guy down, the families that were affected by this, and all of that stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Before we move on, we're gonna do a minute silence just before we move on, just because this is something that's actually pretty big, and it's you know
Hmm.
or okay.
Thank you for
Thank
joining us in that. And, yeah. Give all your
and
love and support to the Nova
this
Scotians, man.
yeah, this is not the first time we've done one of
Something like
these, and I
this.
understand the one thing that it is a little odd because or off because it's a podcast. You want to listen to people talking and speaking, so having an entire minute seems a little long. But
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's something that's supportive. It's the least, literally the least you can do, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly right. So yeah, we're gonna move on from that. We're gonna try to keep things a little bit more lighthearted. Of course, you're gonna hear me screaming a little bit because we got some angry shit to go over. But
yeah.
what we wanted to do first is wanted to catch up a little bit with what we're doing in quarantine, staying isolated from most of the world itself. So, Davis, how about you start us off? What have you been up to? Clearly getting gains,
Um,
getting fat gains, obviously working out.
yeah,
Dude,
boy,
holy fuck, dude. I am Jesus, I am so far behind you. I
dude, I was shredding quite a bit. I felt really good. The other yesterday I did a full, like, I think 45-minute long workout. Then did like almost an hour and a half long walk.
mm,
And did so I did it was really nice outside and everything. So
Yeah.
still did the social distancing, avoided people on like
Yep.
across paths and stuff like that,
Yep.
and everything. But yeah, it was good. I went and did a nice workout, and since I did a good one yesterday, I'm gonna take a break today, and I'll probably hit another one again tomorrow.
Yep.
At least, I'm still doing that. Um, I definitely slowed down, kind of stopped with the Duolingo. I was doing it like the
Yep.
first couple weeks, and then of trying to stay motivated and everything. But
It's really hard. And the thing is, with Duolingo, like it really only works if either A, you have like an eidetic memory or like a what is it called? A photographic
I
memory?
did it photographic or eidetic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like you know shit like all the time, like off the top of your head. Like you're 1% of the 1%. Like you have to be super
Especially
duper
when you're
smart
trying
to
to
remember it.
spell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And especially with some of these languages like French and German and stuff like that, like those are plenty difficult, but try Japanese or Korean.
Hmm.
That's way fucking out of my comfort zone. And it's like,
Hmm.
when am I ever going to use this? Probably in like maybe in a year or two if I become an esports pro and I have to like talk with people or go traveling around the world and stuff like that, right? But from
Hmm.
day to day, I do not know a single person who would speak Korean with me. So it's basically like I'm learning this for the future, but there's almost no way I can memorize it because I'm not actually speaking it.
Well, for if it was you, for considering what you're going to school for now,
Mm-hmm.
once schooling starts up again,
Woo!
um, I would jump into something more like a European language,
Yeah.
like a German, a French, an Italian, because marketing, you would do more. I would believe, I could be completely wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
I would believe, especially if you want to do marketing for games, for example,
Yeah.
you'd want to communicate with like the Europeans.
Mm-hmm.
I know they sell in China and Asian cultures as well, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it'd be easier, except for the fact that or if you look at it this way, because with like the UN, um, English is like the main like
Yeah.
translated language. So maybe yeah, going into like something like
Mm-hmm.
Japanese or Asian or
Yeah.
Korean or something would give that little
Yeah.
extra up. A
Exactly.
new language, regardless, adds
Yeah,
that
an
extra
extra
up
step.
for you.
Yeah, and I'm hoping when I get to Grant Mac, I can actually take a secondary language course. That's like if French is all they teach, then fine. I will definitely take the time. I will learn my French, but I would love to learn Korean because I would love to go live in South Korea for a little bit, or go to Japan and go travel in Japan for a little bit, or
Hmm.
I could tell you're wanting to make a joke about me being
No,
a
no, no,
K-pop
no.
reject,
I
aren't
was
you?
just no. I was thinking. I always get South and North Korea confused for a moment, and I was thinking which one was which, and I was like,
Yeah, go hang
yeah,
out with my
right,
buddy Kim
South.
Jong Kim Jong Un, Kim
Yeah,
Jong Il.
you don't want to go to North Korea and get stabbed
I
for
thought you were
looking at
gonna
someone
make a
wrong.
joke about me being a K-pop reject or something like that, doing
Oh,
something like. But
nah.
yeah, but yeah, like
But yeah.
yeah, it's hard to stay
So
motivated with Duolingo, but regardless,
yeah,
it's cool that you're still kind of keeping up with it, and I know you're gonna get back into it. And the workout is like especially good.
yeah. That's my big thing right now. I'm so happy because last year I got together with a couple of friends, acquaintances. And I had a annoyance because there was one. I was trying to make a video
Hmm.
just because it was just in my mind. I wanted to make a motivational video.
Yeah.
And I had all the footage stored onto my computer. And then at one point, my computer got a virus, and I had to wipe everything. Right.
Yikes.
But the other day, I was looking through the Google Photos.
Hmm.
I had because I recorded all this on my phone. I had it all backed up onto my
Oh,
phone.
on the
So I
cloud.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, dope!" So I found all that footage, and so now I'm in the process. I started today. I went through and I re-looked, backed up all that footage,
Hmm.
looked at it, and I still have all the footage that I recorded. And I started putting together that motivational video. So,
Coming
yeah,
soon
that's
to
some.
Davis Sterling Productions.
Yeah, I don't know when, because I'm kind of slow and I don't know how I'm gonna piece it together yet. But I have an idea at least, and so I'm slowly working on that.
Hmm. Which is
Um,
awesome.
yeah, and I have other ideas for some videos that I want to do, but I'm waiting a little bit to
Get those
do
going.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, till I actually get my camera that I'm looking at.
Hell yeah. So
Um,
for reference, this is the one that he's looking at. I'm gonna post it up right now.
yeah,
It's
for sure.
the Canon EOS Rebel SL2. The shit's like $600, but fucking he's gonna.
Which is not much for an actual professional
No,
camera, right?
absolutely not.
It's a
Because like
yeah,
if you're in, from what I've learned from people that are in the media business, it's either you go big or you go home. Like, and that's the thing.
yeah.
It's the same thing with like if I were to get someone into gaming, like we were going to talk about this anyway. We're going to talk about like RuneScape a little bit. If someone was like, "Hey, I just want to play RuneScape." It's like, "Cool. $300 computer, boom. There we go. Easy money." But it's like if they want to play like Doom Eternal on max risk settings on a PC, and it's like, "Hey, cool. You're going to have to spend like at least like 5 to 6 grand cuz you need
Hmm.
a hard ass computer that can run all that shit. You need
Hmm.
at least one monitor, a keyboard, a mouse, and then everything else is basically up to your setting. Oh, and headphones, of course. Everything is basically up to what you want. So it's like, do you want 3 monitors like me? So I have like one boom, boom, boom. Do you want like a really, really good keyboard? Do you want a mouse pad? Do you want like a webcam? Shit like
Hmm.
that. Like, you have to go really, really hard into this stuff. And the same thing goes with like streaming and shit like that. It's like you can't stream at 240p because nobody's gonna fucking watch that.
No.
Sorry, like half the time when I click off of videos, it's because their production quality is so shit. It's like, cool, you're running this. Like you might have a cool story, but it's at 240p, and the like if it sounds like that, sorry, I can't fucking watch. I can't
Yep.
listen to that. I'm sorry, but if you got good quality is really important. Story is of
Yeah.
course more important, but
Yeah. But
regardless,
like there exactly, there's just some things that I've just been wanting to do, and having an actual camera is going to help me
so much.
in the future actually getting client work and start building not just for like little videos for myself for YouTube or
Yeah,
TikTok or whatever, but when I when the ban lifts and everything like that, I can start connecting with my other friends and start making a short film because I'll have a decent lens.
yeah,
I can, without having to go with budgets or anything, and I can start connecting with clients and get better photos photography. I've been trying
yeah,
to grow my photography and stuff as well,
yeah,
and everything I've been doing is just off my phone, which is with how good phones are nowadays, which is not like it's not a bad thing,
hmm,
especially for just for the level that I'm at for Instagram. But I'm
yeah.
trying to grow into more of a professional, and to do that, you have to grow and get better gear,
There
right?
you go. Right.
So it's a slow step.
Hmm.
So yeah, I've been looking at that, and but I've actually and like relaxing TV wise, I'm got into new kind of I'm doing like a mix of like watching some shows like from my childhood
Yeah.
because I watched Recess. I'm in the process of
Oh,
watching Recess.
hell yeah, dude. Fuck me up, fam, with that recess.
Yeah.
Oh my
Do you
goodness.
know what the annoying thing about Disney Plus though,
Hmm.
especially compared to Netflix?
What's up?
Netflix has the skip intro button
Oh, and
and
Disney Plus doesn't yet.
Disney Plus doesn't, especially, and it's super annoying, especially with the the shows that are like from the 90s or earlier,
Hmm.
and they have a minute and a half, 2 minute long intro.
Yeah.
It's like I'm hitting the skip 10 seconds button. It's like, okay, and go. So
Yeah.
it's okay. I don't need to watch this every single
The,
time. It's kind of annoying.
that's the thing on mobile too. On mobile on Netflix, like I've been trying to watch Friends. There sometimes isn't a skip intro button, so I have to hit it. I'm like, okay, I got it down to a science now. If I wait until Jennifer Aniston comes on screen, then I hit it 3 times, and then boom, it gets me right back into the episode. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's yeah, Disney Plus, please fix your shit. Put a skip
Yeah.
intro button. Like, I know
Yeah.
you're
That's
proud
it's
of your
kind of weird that they.
content, but watching Recess for the 100th time, you kind of get annoyed at the intro.
Yeah.
So yeah, or even like even if they're shit intros, like when I was watching Seven Deadly Sins season 2, they had so many intros and outros. I would skip some of them sometimes. They're so
Hmm.
bad. I'm just like I don't even want to watch this. Watched it once.
Yeah.
Once is one too many times.
Especially when they have previously on
Yep.
and then the intro as well. It's like, oh
Yep.
my god,
I don't.
leave me alone.
I like previously on because if you're like watching a series and then you don't watch it for a few months, then you come back to it and you're like, oh,
No,
but it's like if you're
which makes
binge watching
sense.
it, then it's like it's so fucking useless.
Yeah,
Why is
exactly.
this a
That's
feature?
why they need to integrate that skip intro button because like on Netflix it skips not only the intro but it skips the previously on as well because they know that you're binge watching. You're watching, a couple of minimum 2 or 3 episodes at a time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
There
you
you go.
don't need to watch all that shit. But like, but I'm actually for Disney Plus. I'm not watching a lot of Disney. I'm more actually. I think I've definitely realized that I'm turning into an adult when I'm starting to watch National Geographic shows.
Oh my. What are you watching it on?
But
Like what shows?
they're actually pretty interesting. So right now I'm watching a show called um Run into the Wild, something like that,
Mhm.
with Bear Grylls.
Oh, of
So
course. The good old
he
bear.
yeah he takes celebrities into different environments and they have to survive, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like it's not as extreme as what he would do in the previous show
Like
that
what he
he
would
had
do alone.
was Survivor Man or not Survivor Man, Man vs Wild.
Yeah.
But it's like an extreme level of camping, basically. Like
Yeah.
he he gets the there's always like seems like every episode I've watched so far there's always a like 150 to 200 foot wall that they either have to descend or climb up
Mhm.
with basic rope climbing, or they have to go across some ravine or something like that. So
Mm.
like the actor or comedian or artist, whomever it is, still has to do the actual action.
Yeah.
And they eat a randomly like a found animal type thing.
Found this random
So they
lion just chilling out here in the Himalayas, just a
yeah
casual. Yeah.
yeah. So you can tell that obviously it's pre-planned like what they have, and
Yeah.
it's a different plan, but like they still have to do the actual task, so it's still pretty interesting.
Mhm.
And
Keep going.
and
I'm
then
just
I'm
gonna do this real quick so
oh
there's not 18 billion frames of glare. There we go. Much better. Perfect. All right, please continue. That's
and
terrible.
then I'm watching this show, Lost Cities, it's called.
Mhm.
um this archaeologist goes through and kind of helps using lidar and drones and technology and everything.
Mhm.
He goes through and does like looks at like lost cities and different treasures and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And he actually kind of goes to finds experts, and they kind of explore a different part of an ancient city from 1500s or earlier or whatever, something from thousands of years ago,
Yeah.
like Stonehenge, for example.
Yeah.
And then he'll get a drone, take however many hours, days, or whatever it may take in real time, scan like the entire area that he's investigating,
Mhm.
and then he gets this like full like 3D map of what the area looks like, and he can remove things like the trees and everything,
Yeah.
and they discover more paths of what the civilization actually was, that you can't like go through on foot because like the trees are too much, or there's mountains there or something like that, so you can't actually kind of discover it. So he's like using technology to figure out what pathways and
Mhm.
things that life would have been like however many hundreds of years ago. So
Mhm.
it's actually kind of cool. Like it's no Game of Thrones,
No,
Witcher,
absolutely not.
super exciting thing like that, but it's just interesting things of like going back and forth watching some shows that are like, okay, I would turn off your brain, I'm just kind of just watching something, and some other ones that are just like, oh, still kind of
Interesting.
I'm proud of myself because I'm still kind of learning something,
Yeah.
like little facts here and there type
Mhm.
things, right?
Exactly,
So
right?
even though I'm not doing my Duolingo, I'm still learning something.
There you go. It's all about learning. See, I'm learning how shit League of Legends is. And here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Ranting on that again.
Of course I'm ranting on it. You know why? Because I fucking love League of Legends. I love the esports scene. I watched the I didn't really watch. I heard about the finals because they had the European Championship and the North American Championship for the spring happen. My
Mm-hmm.
team lost, unfortunately. They got smashed 3-0. So felt bad, but
Were you betting on it?
I wasn't betting on it. I knew for a
Okay,
fact
that's good.
that they were probably going to lose because the team that they were up against only lost
Were
one
Asian?
game in the regular season.
Were they Asian?
No, they had
No.
all. How many were there? I think 3 of them were European, and then 2 were North American.
Oh.
So They smashed the regular season 17-1. They only dropped one game. And then they went into finals and they were like, all right, let's just smash this team 3-1, 3-1. And then they got to the finals. And the team that I was rooting for, I think they were the sixth place seed out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost
So
immediately and
not
went to
bad.
losers bracket. And then they
Oof.
won. And then they beat the fourth place team 3-2. And then they went and faced like the second best team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
They beat them 3-1, and then they made it to finals. And I was like, holy shit, this no
Wow.
fucking way this is happening.
Comeback.
There's a comeback, yeah. But I was like, honestly, if they can take one game off of them, I'll be proud. If not, I'm not even mad because this team, Cloud9, is on a fucking another level, and they got smashed 3-0. The team that I was cheering for named FlyQuest. Here's the cool thing about FlyQuest though. They have some of my favorite players, but for every kill that they get, they plant a tree. For
Mm-hmm.
every ocean drag that spawns, which is a random chance, every time someone kills it, it's 10 trees planted. For every win they get is 100 trees planted. And for
Mm-hmm.
and if they became LCS champions, they would have planted 10,000 trees.
Oh,
So I was like, all right, cool, fucking, I'm gonna buy me some jerseys. Fuck this shit. Like, fuck my money. Take it all. Go plant some more
kind
trees and shit. Like,
kind of like Mark Rober, Mr. Beast in 2019.
yeah, exactly, right? Like they're all about that. So I was like, cool. If I ever become an LCS pro, which is, let's be honest, it's not gonna fucking happen, and I'm gonna explain why in a minute. It's not my fault. Well, okay, it's kind of my fault, but it's not really my fault. Here's why. So like
Same,
like us,
same, but different. But same, but
same, but
different.
different. Yeah. See, so here's the thing. Like League of Legends is a 5v5 game. If you
Mm-hmm.
have one fuckhead on your team, just decide, hey, I'm a bad player. Well, no, not even that. It's, hey, I'm a bad person, and I'm gonna fucking ruin 9 people's games. Because it's not only you're ruining it for the 4 people on your team, you're ruining it for the 5 people on the other team who probably want a challenge. See,
Mm-hmm.
like, I like League of Legends because sometimes there's a challenge in there. Like, sometimes it's like, cool, free win. Alright, that sucks, but oh, I want the challenge. These people
Mm-hmm.
are like, no, let me go 0-28 and just run into the enemy team constantly to give them advantages for no reason other than, hey, I'm a bad person and I want to ruin people's games. And
Or they're just shit and they don't know strategy.
no, I'm okay if they don't know shit to an extent. If they have a bad game, then yeah, alright, I forgive it. It's one game, it's not a big deal. Holy fucking the fucking, alright.
Yeah, I'm like, you're getting so much glare.
I'm
What
getting
is
so
going
much
on?
glare. My fucking the windows here. Okay, now I've broken this. How the fuck? Why is this happening? What is going? Okay, there we go. I didn't break it. There. Window is closed. Problem fucking over.
Uh,
No,
Jayden's broken.
I didn't break anything. Okay. All right. Let me. Okay, hold on. There. Much better. Boom. Problem crisis averted. Let's see if this works now. Better. All right. So here's the thing. Like, I'm okay if you're shit at a video game. That's fine by
This
me.
guy.
No,
This guy.
you're fine. You're fine at Call of Duty. Shut up. But like, here's the thing. It when so there's a bunch of different tiers in the game to show what rank you are. So I'm in the top like 15,000 players in North America.
Mm-hmm.
So by that it means every player that's at least the same rank or above me has to be as good as I am.
Mm-hmm.
But when I have someone that keeps dying and they go like 0-9-1 in a matchup that they're supposed to win only because they don't know what they're doing or they did something called elo boosting. So what they do is they give their account to someone else as well as some money.
Mm-hmm.
They get it up to the rank that they want and then they give the account back to them. And they're pretty easy to spot out. The thing with this game is Riot Games is such a shit company that they would rather develop their other IPs than help the pre-existing one. They used to be
But
all
well,
about.
that's not a.
That's not a bad thing, but here's the thing:
Yeah.
like, you say you have a support system to help with toxic players and cheaters. You clearly don't, because there are players that expose the system. It's like, if I'm a toxic piece of shit in game, but let's say you play like 25 games, like if you are negative, you should be losing like 70% of those games, but they don't because some people are just naturally good at the game, and that's fine. But when you're toxic, it tilts your team and you start losing. Like, that's just basic psychology, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with Riot, if you get reported a bunch, you should get banned. But they don't ban people because they're like, hey, we still want people to play this game. No, they get chat restricted, which doesn't do jack shit for the most part. I got into a
If
game.
anything, it makes them worse because you
Exactly.
can't communicate with your team.
Exactly. So, like, there's still ways that they can be toxic. So, there's that. But, like, they are just in the mindset of if we have negative people in the game that are playing the game, it's better than having people we ban that are ruining the game for other players that are faithful to us, which is fucking stupid because there are tons of people that you see. Like, there's a guy named I Will Dominate. He used to be a professional League of Legends player. Now he's a content creator. He went he goes and he does these things. He goes unranked to challenger. Challenger is the highest tier that you can get in the game. That's what
Mm-hmm.
everyone goes for because if you get to challenger, that means you can go pro potentially. So that's what I'm
Okay.
going for. I'm trying to get into the challenger scene so I can do the scouting grounds because the scouting grounds are are basically like a NBA or NFL or
Okay.
NHL like scouting grounds. The worst teams get the first picks,
Mm.
right? So
Yeah.
like that's what I'm going for. It's just these fuckheads that are think, yeah, I only play this game for fun. I'm at this level because I'm okay at the game. I'm just gonna fuck you over because I'm angry at you because I am losing the game because I am genuinely bad at it. Like, and Riot, the company doesn't do anything. They don't do shit. They just literally sit there and they're just like, we
Okay.
saw that he was reported 98 times in one game. I don't know how that's physically possible, but yeah, we're just gonna let him off with a slight warning instead of banning him.
So my question, I'm still getting to how you're saying this is still confusing to me. Just it still sounds like you're getting mad at someone for not being good at a game,
No, I'm getting mad at
like
someone.
and trying to ban someone because they're not good. I understand like
Yeah,
banning someone because they level up super high using getting someone else to
yeah, like
level them
cheating.
up and then being shitty.
Yeah,
That makes sense. But the thing that I'm getting lost by is getting pissed off because someone's just having
no.
just not good at the game.
So the problem I'm having is people being super duper toxic and then ruining the game on purpose. Like, it's not like
Okay,
they're
trolling.
intentionally bad. Yeah, so they're trolling, right? And then they talk down to their team. Like, I had a guy one game, he went 0-2-0 in the first 10 minutes of the game, and he's like, FF at 15, this game's over. We're like, what? Are you kidding me? Bot lane has like 6 kills on our side. The jungle and the top lane have like 3 kills apiece. We're destroying them in other lanes. You just have to stop being salty. And he kept trying to surrender, and we ended up winning that game. I ended up adding him after the game, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's just like, I don't know. I'm not usually like that. I'm like, is everything okay? And he's like, yeah. I just got super tilted. I don't know why. I'm like, okay, this is a very stressful time. I get it. Like, you just can't be toxic because it's not fun for anyone, especially like your teammates, right? He's just like, yeah, you know what? I get that. And we ended up hashing it out and everything's fine. People like that are super cool. And everyone gets
Yeah,
angry and everyone tilts out.
everyone wants to rage quit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. That's fine. The problem is when people actually rage quit. When people are so toxic that they're like, "Yeah, I'm 2-8-3 and you're 0-1-1, but you're the problem here, not me."
yeah, that
And
happens in Call of Duty all the time
yeah.
too. When you're playing, yeah,
And like even I had a terrible game today. I think I went like 1-9-5 or something like that. It was awful. They got off to do a super duper early start, and I was like, "Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do?" And like my team is just all angrily typing at each other. We had a like our one of our players was like flaming. It's like, dude, it's your fault. It's like, yeah, I understand that, but you also lost your lane really hard. So he's just like, no, it's all your fault. But yeah, these players just don't get banned for no fucking reason other than Riot's just like, yeah, not toxic players are better than no players. It's like you realize if you
from
banned
a
all the toxicity in your game, people would enjoy it a lot more. Yes, of
yeah,
course,
but
people are
from a
still gonna get
like
angry.
yeah, devil's advocate just for them. It's their way. More people on it, making more money, right?
Yeah, exactly, right.
You know, that's the thing.
And it's like,
Like I totally get you. Like yeah, when you get someone that's getting freaking reported over and over and over and over again, yeah,
mm-hmm,
they probably should actually do something about it because that's fucking annoying.
yeah. And the problem is, it's like a lot of these games, a lot of games will do that. Like you'll see, I've seen people like in Overwatch back in like 2017. There was a guy on stream who was using an aimbot, and it was very, very clear he was using an aimbot. Boom, banned midstream, just
Mm-hmm.
out of the blue. He just got banned, and it's like, yeah, your IP address has been banned. You have been banned as a person. Do not play this game ever again. Fuck you. Meanwhile, someone that is either boosting or doing something called win trading, where basically when you're at challenger you have immunity from going back down to the lower rank.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have the immunity but your friend is in danger of losing, you just throw the game on your side because you're not going to take a base, you're going to take an L but you're not going to get demoted. Then they get the win and they can keep their rank.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a bunch of big fucking babies and idiots that just ruin League of Legends, and that's why everyone's like League of Legends is the worst game. No, League of Legends is a fantastic game. Of course, there are balance choices that don't make any sense. Of course, there are just choices that don't make any sense from a competitive standpoint or from a casual standpoint. Like this game is a fun game if you got rid of the toxic element, which you can get rid of, but you can't get rid of people being assholes and fucking running at the other team just to give them kills and ruin your game.
Yeah, that's like in a comparison to bring it back around to a game that I played, bringing it to
Call
Call
of
of Duty
Duty.
just so I can kind of wrap it around. Kind of like in Modern Warfare 2, when people would nuke boost, you'd have
Yep.
one people like you wouldn't be in the same party, so you'd be on opposite teams. You
Mhm.
go in a corner of the map with attack insertion and kill the person over and over again 25 times, and you won't die, and then you drop a nuke and just
Win the
just
match.
win.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. And
like
it's
it's
ridiculous.
oh, that pissed me off so
Mhm.
much.
Yep. And that's the annoying thing. So like whenever I get those people in my matches, or like I physically am just like, hey, I had a bad game. I have to chill. I have to like detilt, and of course it's like League of Legends pros are like, you have to kind of find a way to get past that and like get on the grind. It's like, yeah, I do find a way to get past that. It's just by not playing the game because it's like if I'm playing shit, I'm not gonna play anymore. If we're in a
Yeah, yeah,
series and I have a substitute, I'm just like, hey, I'm playing like shit. I'm getting super tilted. I'm not gonna be a positive like part of this game, you need to sub in for me. I will
yeah,
gladly take the L and just be like, cool. Even if it's like World Finals and it's like 2-2, it's like, oh, okay, do I trust myself even though I'm super tilted, or do I trust someone else because they have a fresh mind, they have fresh fingers, they're ready to go, right?
yeah. Because when you're raging and you're pissed off at some at whatever, you're gonna play worse.
Yeah, exactly. So the way I'm doing that is I just started playing RuneScape. I started playing it like 20 minutes ago. Of course, the old school RuneScape. This RuneScape. The RuneScape right here. Old
Mm-hmm.
school RuneScape. You don't play the new RuneScape. That's the shit version. I mean, you can play it if you want, but OGs will remember the old school RuneScape. And I'm doing what's called the Iron Man challenge, which is officially in the game. Basically, you're not allowed to trade with anyone, any
Mm-hmm.
players or anything. You can't pick up player loot. You can't do anything. All you can do is just play the game by yourself, which is basically what I'm doing anyways. So might as well get rewarded for it and play the Iron Man challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's basically what I would up to in quarantine. It's like work, come home, play League of Legends. I'll play with. I have teammates, so like we're doing online tournaments and stuff like that. But playing with them, I'm gonna get back into
Mm-hmm.
working out probably tonight. Maybe that's not the greatest
Yep,
idea since
May.
I've been drinking. But yeah, like play League of Legends. I'm gonna play RuneScape for a little bit. Like I kind of already fucking tilted myself talking about this shit for like 10 minutes, dude. It's such a fun game. I love League of Legends. I love the lore. You have a character that's basically Flubber. That's super duper cool. You have a little hamster that has like lightning that encircles him and kills people. You have assassins that just destroy people. You have a little boy and a yeti just fucking rolling snowballs around the map because it's fun,
Mm.
right? Like this game
Yeah.
has such a wide variety of characters and it's so finely tuned and polished that I'm just like, and I've been playing it
Well,
for
it's been
7 years.
around for years,
Yeah, exactly. It's been around
right? And they
since like,
keep on expanding.
yeah, it's been like 2009, 2010 they came out, and then it's like when esports started becoming a huge thing. I remember like 2013, 2014 I was like, "Hey, yeah, I kind of want to become this." And when I started getting good enough, I got into diamond tier, which is like used to be like the super pro kind of division. It was basically like diamond and then challenger, so you only had like one step to go. Now it's like
Hmm.
diamond, master, grandmaster, then challenger. So there's like four extra steps along the way, and I'm just like fucking let me. I'm just gonna off myself here, but
So
it's
back in the day, it was the second highest. Then
yeah. And I was
yeah.
really good at the game, and I was super duper happy with myself. I remember I got to diamond, and a buddy of mine who was playing online, he saw that I got diamond. He's like, "Holy shit! You remember to invite me to your first game when you get to LCS?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, dude!" And then I got fucking hard stuck for like 6 months because it's like, cool, I'm in high school, and I didn't take the game too seriously when I was in high school. Like, of course, I played my heart out, but it was like
Well, you kind of have to focus on
you have to
school.
kind of focus on school, and then of course you have a part-time job, so you got to do that, and then you have friends that want to go out with you and do play other games because it's like, cool, let's play some Nazi zombies. Cool, of course, let's play some Nazi zombies, or play Halo or Minecraft, something like that. So
Hmm.
like with this quarantine, what I'm hoping to do is like stream consistently. I was thinking about doing like a 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., but I also am thinking just like, maybe if is that gonna work? Is that not gonna work? Something like that. So I'm gonna try and play around with streaming, but I want to stream mostly League of Legends, and then if I get tilted, go to RuneScape, go to Call of Duty, go to Apex, go to Ori and the Will of the Wisps. You
Speaking
know.
about, I just thought of this randomly today. Speaking about streaming and going for like long hours,
Mhm.
do you think with what's going on, COVID and everything,
Mhm.
do you think there's going to be a um uh what's it called again? The West Edmonton Mall, the 24-hour
Oh, the
charity.
I
Um, do you think they're gonna? Do you think it's gonna happen? When in the year does it happen? November, something like that.
yeah, it happened November 3rd and November 4th. So it goes November 3rd to
Okay,
November
so
4th.
by that time it should be happening again. And
Hopefully. Well, they're saying that schools are going to be shut down at the beginning of the year anyways,
yeah,
unless we find a cure soon or some shit like that, but you know, we'll
so yeah, because that's gonna be freaking like that's still obviously months and months away.
mhm.
Like, but it could still possibly be shut down. I don't know. This was just literally just a random thought, and
Yeah.
I had, and
Well, I thought about
you
it
know,
too, and I'm like, it sucks that it's not going to
extra.
be like everyone together in the same area, but that's really not the point. The point is just to raise money and play video games kind of as like a community.
Yeah.
So,
So you could
honestly, if I
still,
could,
yeah, you could easily still do it without having to group
yeah,
together at the mall.
and doing it from my own house, cool. That would actually be kind of better because then it's like, cool, then I don't have all of these people like
Oh,
screaming
the
around me
issues.
and all these things like that. Pardon?
All the issues you had last year with
Yeah, with
the
the
Wi-Fi not connecting and the
Wi-Fi
internet being
didn't work.
shit,
Yeah,
and yeah,
computers couldn't be plugged in for some reason, so we basically sat there for an hour. Um, we had other people like Chad forgot his Xbox cord
right, yeah, I
before he
remember
came up
that.
to came up from Calgary, and we're just like, well, fuck, it's right. So like, get rid of that aspect. That's like, okay, I get like I love the community, like just having all those people there and doing fun stuff like that. But it's like I don't know. If I do this again, if especially if I keep going with League of Legends, I would love to have like a 5-man squad there and just be like, cool, let's pump out fives games. Let's just either do fun shit or ranked shit and just have fun with it. But I don't know how it's gonna end up going. I've been getting notifications from the like Discord constantly. Every time there's an at mention in one of those giant discords, I kind of just like don't need
This,
to read it. Just don't need to
mm,
read it at this point. But yeah, of course I'll probably go back there, especially when it gets closer and closer to the day, and I'll just be like, will we still be
yeah,
stuck inside or not?
yeah, exactly.
Will this beard grow to magnificent levels of a Gandalf or a Dumbledore, right? So we'll see about that. But yeah, let's. We've been talking about this shit for like half an hour now.
Yeah,
Holy. So we've got a few articles that we want to get into. One of the things that I sent to Davis was it involves Facebook and of course the quarantine that is going on right now. So the title of this article is Facebook removes anti-quarantine protest events in some U.S. states. There's a giant issue here, and that people are like, "This is all fake. This is all stupid." It's like, guys, if it was fake, A, they're pulling it off really, really well.
Yeah.
B, holy shit, that's going to cost a shit ton of money. And C, for what fucking purpose? To show
Why?
what
Yeah.
people are going to do if you take away their freedoms? Like, sorry, some people are going to do what the government says exactly to the teeth. Some people are not. It's not that hard to figure out, and we have tons of evidence in other studies. So you guys don't need to be like, yeah, we like this is all fake. But I can see what some people are like. This is land of the free. I should be able to do what I want. I should be able to do this. I should be able to do that. Correct. You should be able to do that. But unfortunately, during the circumstances that are happening right now, you fucking can't!
Civil liberties. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, but the general health of the human population comes over you wanting to go to Starbucks for 5 minutes to go talk to your fucking girlfriend. Sorry, but your 5 minute Starbucks trip can wait 5 months. Okay? We have the internet. We have this. We have
Yeah.
computers. We have phones.
There,
You have other ways to fucking get in contact with someone.
there
Just shut
was
up.
there was this post. I don't remember who originally posted it, but my sister shared it on Facebook. That's how I saw it. But it was during the end of World War I. There was similar, not like as strong as like COVID, but like a flu epidemic basically.
Yeah.
And they were same thing. They kind of had to kind of be stuck inside or whatever, and then they people like left their houses, and then more people died from the disease, whatever the disease may be. Don't quote me on whatever one it
Yeah.
is, but more people died than what people died during the actual war, like
Wow.
from the second wave. So like that's why Trump and Trudeau are both like, yeah, we can't. Well, Trump is kind of wanting to open a little bit of things sooner than Trudeau does, but yeah, there's no point in opening things up already because it's pointless. Because that second wave will just make it worse, and then everything that we've been doing would have been pointless.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I don't remember the exact numbers or the exact thing, but I just remember, yeah, it was like, yeah, more people died than during the actual war itself.
Yeah. So like, and here's the thing. There is a video that was going on right now. I found it on the Independent UK. Fuck off. I'm not. Alright, you know what? Never mind. Fuck it. They're like, ad blocker, lol. But there's a video that goes on. I'm gonna see if I can find a place that I can just like show it off real quick because it's a public service announcement. It's not our content, but you know, it makes sense to watch this because for all the assholes out there that are in these like protests. So let me actually send this to Davis real quick. But basically, what this video is saying is the PSA is for people who are like, yeah, we need to actually go outside. We need to like grow immunity to this shit, you know, stuff like that. But
Which,
which is not true because like, okay,
well,
it could be true, but as of
yeah,
right now, we don't know all the facts. We need to
exactly.
minimize everything. So I
Yeah.
sent this video to Davis. I'm gonna give him a chance to watch it. We're just gonna put it on mute for right now. So there's all these ping pong balls on mouse traps, and one ping ball comes, and guess what? All of the mouse traps start to go off. They start flying everywhere and stuff like that. Boom, it's chaos, it's anarchy, it's destruction. And then this is what it looks like when you're social distancing. All of the mouse traps are a set distance apart, and the ping pong ball is thrown, and it doesn't hit any of them. Now, you could be saying, like, what happens if it does hit one of them? It's like, true. But what is the impact going to be? Let's say this one right in the middle decides to get hit. It's like, boom, the ball could fly off and hit one over here, then one over here, then one over here. It's like, yes, it could spread to that degree, but the chances of that happening are very unlikely. It could just affect one person and stop. It could affect one other person, but you see how it's not hitting everyone at once? So, to dumbasses on Facebook that think that starting a protest rally and going outside and getting to these big groups of people is a thing, you're just wrong. As of right now, of course, there could be a giant government hoax, and we don't fucking know. But there is evidence to prove that this is an actual disease. You know, this actually is happening. So
Mm-hmm.
please stay inside. We flatten the curve. We save the human population. You become a hero. I'm sorry that you can't go to Burger King and walk for a half hour down to your Burger King with 8 of your friends, all right next to each other, rolling down the street. I'm sorry,
But
that's not
on that
possible.
note, you can some restaurants are allowing walk-through drive-throughs right now.
That's
Like
cool.
I saw the A&W by my work, they have walk-through drive-through so that if
Hmm.
you don't have a car or you don't want to be driving for whatever reason, you can walk. So and that's the thing is that social distancing and isolation and everything doesn't mean you have to stay in your house 100% of the time.
Yeah,
In Canada, I don't know how it's working in US or anywhere in Europe
I
or anything
think
like
the
that, but
U.S. isn't like lockdown. It's like you only go
yeah,
out for essentials.
and like yeah, so and you have to be wearing a mask and I know
Hmm.
there it's a lot it's basically like highly recommended that you do. And like I went to the grocery store, I had my little bandana on just when I was at the grocery store the other day, just for that, just in case, like, for whatever reason, because I could be asymptomatic and I don't know it, right? So, well, like I was saying to you before we started, I'm still going out for a walk,
Hmm.
and everything. Like you don't need to be. Am I going out to see you all the way down in the other side of Beaumont, the other side of the city? No,
Hmm.
like we've talked like this is how we've been talking for like a year straight now or whatever, but still,
Yeah.
you know, everything I've been talking, and this is the same thing that we've been talking the last podcast. Like this would be terrible, so crazy if this happened during like the 90s or earlier when you don't have, FaceTime and
Yeah.
communication and everything like that, like and internet and gaming and everything. Like
Yeah.
this would be brutal.
What are you gonna do? Read?
So
Nerds?
like yeah.
Like,
So like and that's why people kind of go stir crazy and get bored in prison because you don't fucking have anything to do.
yeah, and
Like,
it's like it could be much worse, especially in the education system, because in the 1990s, would you all get on a phone call and try to learn together? Potentially, but more than likely not. Compared to today, where you could be sent the stuff from your teachers, from your professors, do it at home in the comfort of your home and safety of your own home, do it at your
mhm.
leisure and send it back. Like,
Yeah,
and it's like tests and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Like tests are something pretty hard that you can do, or like
yeah,
are
it
very hard
tests
to
you
do.
how. Yeah, exactly. And like, I don't know how they're doing it with like high schools where, like,
Like
um,
finals
for
and
a test, for
diplomas.
example, yeah, because you can't like to make sure that you don't like Google the answer right away.
Yeah,
How would you do something like that? Because even if they like make it so that when you open the website, they can tell if you exit the website or whatever,
yeah,
you would still Google it on your phone, right? Like
yeah,
I have no clue how they're doing it with that.
yeah,
But colleges, with me at least, I was literally just doing my little bit of assignments and then just handing into the Dropbox and done. Like
done.
I'm done every assignment I have to do now.
Mhm,
And technically the semester isn't done. The semester's done on the 24th,
mhm.
but I'm already done everything that I can do.
Yeah, so you're technically graduated.
So,
Woohoo!
well, no, I still have, well, kind
Kind
of,
of.
sort of. It's weird
Yeah,
because of with my situation with needing the one extra class, which
yeah.
I'm going to be starting in May.
But oh well.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so like, but my point being, what I was saying is that yeah, stay inside. Like today, I totally could have gone out and walked around whatever if I wanted to. Like, but I decided I was like, yeah, I don't have anything that I have to get. I'm not
Mhm.
really feeling it, so I'm just gonna stay inside. But yeah, go outside, take a walk, especially now that it's finally spring and getting warm out. Yeah, go take a walk, go take a bike ride, whatever.
Yeah.
Walk your dog. But
Social distance, but keep it
yeah,
brief. Keep it at a safe distance of
yeah,
other people, because it fucking infuriates me. There was a family that was walking behind my house, fucking 8 people, all side by side next to each other that went for coffee. It's like I get going for a walk and going to get your coffee, but also like at that point just fucking buy everyone's coffee, bring it home, because you're putting a lot of people at risk, and it just doesn't make sense. Or like people I know just like going out to a party. It's like no, no, you're literally making things harder for us. And I'm not trying
hmm
to be like, yeah, stay inside and be antisocial and stuff. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying fucking do your part as a human being. Try to flatten the
yeah.
curve, because the shit, I know it's tiring, it's frustrating. I want to go. I just bought a shit ton of new cards to play Magic with, and
I
guess
knew you were
what?
gonna bring that
And
up.
guess what? I can't go over to my buddy Keith's house with my buddy Andrew and fucking buy a pizza, roll out our play mats, buy a pizza, buy some boba tea, burgers, whatever we
Spend
want.
90% of your time inside.
Yeah.
95% of your time inside.
Yeah. Exactly,
Yeah.
right? I want to go out and see my friends. We were all talking about it. We're like, dude, this sucks. As soon as the as soon as the pavement's clear, it's prime longboard time, and we're not gonna have that because we're all gonna be stuck inside. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd go longboard somewhere once I start getting more into shape. It's like I would love to go longboard up to like McDonald's and do like the drive-through and see if they do something like that, or you know,
Yeah, but which is fine if you do it yourself. You can't go in a group with friends.
yeah, I'm
Which
gonna
is
stay in the
whatever.
middle of the street. I'm gonna say fuck everyone. If there's a car behind me, I'll move off, of course. But you know, it's not that hard,
So,
guys.
bringing it back to what the article was about,
Right,
how we got into this.
morons. It
Yeah, but what I remember reading from it was that Facebook was like shutting down groups. They
yeah
were like blocking groups from creating accounts and stuff, or not creating accounts, but creating uh, get-togethers, meetings of
yeah.
people to organize these rallies and everything. It's like, which is good. Finally, Facebook is being smart and being like, "Hey, no, you're not allowed to do this. We're
Zuckerberg.
deleting we're deleting your account or your
Good job, Mark.
page."
You did one good thing in the past little while, you dick. I don't know. I've heard
So
there's just so much hate about Mark Zuckerberg and selling information to China and shit like that. So fuck the
I don't know. I
Zuck,
don't.
dude. Ooh, bars, bars. All right. But yeah,
But yeah,
like how dumb. Okay, it says here on Sunday, an estimated 2,500 people rallied at the Washington state capital of Olympia to protest the governor's stay-at-home order, and hundreds gathered at Colorado state capitol. Like, how dumb do you have to be? You're basically asking, yo, COVID, fuck me up, fam, fuck up my family, dude. Like that's what you're basically saying. Is you're saying, hey, I'm a stupid human being. I prefer going to McDonald's all the time with 8 of my friends rather than, all of them living and all of my family living and all of human civilization living. Like, of course, I'm going a little bit out of reach, but this is how COVID-19 could be. It could get to the point where it's like, cool, now we have to wear gas masks. Oxygen canisters are going to be the new currency. It's going to be Fallout, except it's going to be a lot shittier. So, yeah, if you want to turn the world into Fallout, be one of these morons. By all means, do it. Just do it.
don't motivate people.
No, I'm saying it sarcastically so they get the point. Stop being a fucking moron. Stay inside. Listen to your stay-at-home orders. You can order food from anywhere, and they have like free delivery. Magic cards. I can order that shit for free. Free shipping, right? Free shipping for pizza. Free shipping for food. Free
It's not
shipping for
free.
Amazon Prime. Okay, for the most part. But
For food, it's like $3.50.
yeah, it's much cheaper, right? If you need to go out for food, you either get it once and then
Faster.
that's it. You don't. That's it. Or you buy a bunch and you stock up, right? And of course, everyone
That's
can
how
call
I've
me
been living my life before COVID. I always buy big. Did I tell? I'm pretty sure I did tell you this story. Maybe not on podcast, but I told you the story about how I bought an entire family meal for 3 for myself from Burger King.
worth, dude. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
That's
it was like $25 for a family of 3 meal, and I
mm-hmm.
bought it just for myself, so I had food for a couple days.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
dude. It was the weekend. Like it was just a weekend a while ago. So it was Saturday. I was like, you know what? There's no food at the house. I'm just gonna order myself because I have a free pizza from Pizza Hut. Because I fucking listen here. We're gonna have a debate about this topic. Pizza Hut is the supreme fast food pizza delivery on the planet by far. Okay, because I'm excluding Blaze Pizza because Blaze Pizza is not delivery; they are pickup for the most part. Um, Domino's, more like shitminos. I fucking hate Domino's now. They're only good if you get Panago pizza
I'm not
sauces.
I'm not someone that's picky about company when it comes to pizza, so sure. I'm not gonna
I'm
fight. I'm not
very
gonna fight you because I'm not gonna fight you because I'm not someone that's like,
super.
oh, one place is better. I don't know.
Mm,
Pizza's fucking pizza. Like some
okay.
places obviously are better than others, but
Mm-hmm.
anyway, continue.
Listen. So here's the pizza. Here's my pizza tier list. It's like Blaze is up here, but it's not delivered. So unfortunately, we have to throw that away. Goes like Panago, because Panago is really really good. The only thing that really drops it down for them is that they're expensive. Then Pizza Hut,
You
the Pizza Hut, and then Domino's. right down at the bottom. It's off the screen. It's fucking dead in the water. It's cardboard. The
What about
only
Pizza 73?
underneath Domino's. It's fucking god awful. Hate it. The only time it was good was the first charity event I did. The first Extra Life event that I did. That was the only time I enjoyed it. But other than that, it's been shit. I ordered it like.
So you've been wanting to do a food episode of
Yes.
this for a long time, so you just randomly snuck it into this one, eh?
Yeah, well, listen, I've been talking to people online. It's like Pizza Hut is the bane of my existence. I'm like, Pizza Hut is life for me. I would rather get like a 22 wings from Pizza Hut with like a medium pizza, which is what I got this weekend because I'm a fucking boss. And then I would rather eat that than like a large free Domino's pizza, like however I wanted it, because I'm like, it's not great. It's not good at all. Like I can smash a Domino's pizza, but the reason I can smash it is because Panago sauces. Panago sauces are delicious. Chipotle cilantro, that's the good quality shit right there. If you have never done this before, get a cheese pizza from Domino's and then grab a chipotle cilantro sauce. That's all the flavor you need, dude. It's hot, it's sweet, it's so savory, it's so good, dude. Fucking do
Okay.
that shit. Do that shit one day. I go to, and they don't sell it in jars. So you know Panago sells sauces in jars.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't sell this one in jars, which is bullshit. But I love it. I will buy 10 of the little like things at once. Like I went to Panago the other day and they're just like, "Can I help you?" I'm like, "Yeah, can I just get like 10 of the sauces?" They're like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, "It's sad they don't sell it in a jar." They're like, "I know, we were trying to work on that." I'm like, "I know, but it's like it's not going to happen." They're like, "No, no,
You
it's
go
not."
on the randomest fucking rabbit
Rants.
holes, man.
Yep, it's a good time.
Like, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
we still have like two things to go over.
Yeah, it's just funny, man. You just loved
I
like
love
that's what the
ranting.
good thing about doing this is that like so I'm gonna go down a little bit of a memory lane here of as we've talked before of how the podcast has started, but like
Yep.
so you and me wanting to do YouTube videos and we kind of decided on doing podcasts and it's so funny because you talk
So
so
much.
much
And
like
okay, and here's the
it's
thing.
such the perfect like that's why this is such even though we don't have a huge audience it's still taking
We
forever
still
for us
love
to
you
grow our
guys for
audience.
like supporting
It's
us.
but like it's so hilarious that how much you talk and but like I'm not complaining. Like sometimes I'm complaining because you
Of
do
course.
talk about the randomest things sometimes.
Yeah.
But like I just have to be like, yep, this is definitely your medium. Like just blah blah blah
Just
blah blah blah
talking.
blah
Yeah,
blah
that's
blah blah
exactly it.
blah.
That's why excuse me. That's why I think I'm going to be good in marketing. It's a lot of talking, it's a lot of
As
bullshit.
long as you can stay on topic.
Oh, of course. Of course I'm going to stay on topic. And if I do go off topic, I always find a way to bring it back around. It's
Sometimes I have to be the one to save
of
you.
course, of course. But you know, I'm never just going to be like, "All right, pizza."
I don't
And then
know.
that's
You
it,
brought
right?
that
Like,
up randomly right
like,
now.
it never ever gets to that. It's I'm always just like, but yeah, getting back to the topic or something like that. Like, and it's funny and it's fun. I remember when I first met you. Do you think I was gonna be this talkative, ever?
I eventually most it kind of grew to that for sure because when we first met, I don't know, we was just randomly meeting everything like talking in general. But then, especially when I got to know you a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it definitely like clicked in because the amount you talked about like your gaming Persona 5
Yeah.
and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
The amount of hype that you get over a game, it's like yeah,
Yeah.
I could definitely see it.
Yeah. Because when I first met Davis, we were sitting across from each other in class, and I was
As
just
we've
like,
told the story before.
yeah, I love this story, and I was just like, we were talking. Yeah,
This guy right here
yeah,
is the reason.
the Rise
Wait, can you
Against
see it?
tattoo, which took me a while, but then I was like, we just started talking because I was like, I was always looking to meet friends in college because it's like, cool, we're going into film, we're gonna be doing movies and shit together, we might as well make some acquaintances. And then Davis and I just like looked at each other from across the room and made those googly eyes, you know. Kidding,
It's
of
like
course.
the beginning of How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, just and yeah, like when Ted meets Robin. Of course,
Yeah.
I'm Ted and he's Robin because you know
Well, I'm just so hot.
the prettier one. Exactly. That's exactly what I was going for. But anyways, we just started talking, and then Davis was like, "Yeah, fuck this shit. I'm just gonna move over here." And I'm like, all right, cool, what's up? And then we just started like
Yeah.
sitting together. We sat together like all the time during class, and then we walked out, and then we were talking, and then he's just like, all right, I have my next class at this time. He's like, well, what about you? I'm like, that was my only class. I'm out of here. See ya,
Yeah.
bitch. And I, and I left.
And I've always wanted to kind of grow a YouTube channel. That's why I'm very, very slowly finally starting to grow my actual personal one now too.
Yeah,
But I've always wanted to do it, and I've always only had just me, and I wanted to get friends together, people together,
yeah,
and then we just kind of both were like, what about like a podcast?
yeah. See, and it's like, here's the thing. I don't listen to a lot of podcasts
I
because,
only started listening to podcasts because I'm making a podcast.
yeah.
That's the reason why I started listening to
See,
them.
and it's like that's the thing with me. It's like when I started watching Twitch streams, I was like 13, 14 years old. And then when I started wanting to do it myself, I never really watched other people streaming. I would watch a friend or two from time to time, but for the most part I kind of just like keep to myself. That's how I am all the time. Here's a funny story from work. Everyone else, when we all get together for lunch because everyone takes a lunch break at the same time, I basically just say, okay, everyone can fuck off. I'm watching Friends on my headphones, and I'm just gonna watch Friends and eat food because that's what I do. That's just how easy it is for me. And then if someone wants to talk to me, then yeah, they tap me on the shoulder, they go like this, and I'm just like, yeah, what's up? I like because I don't hate anyone I work with. I love everyone I work with. It's just I'm just in my own little world for the most part, right? And
Fair enough.
I love consuming content, right? Like I love watching Netflix, I love watching YouTube, listening to music, shit like that. That's the kind of stuff that I'm into. But that's just me, and like my parents get really mad at me for it because I'll come upstairs with my headphones, like just completely like shut them out because when I'm upstairs, I'm not upstairs to like do anything except like, okay, food and drink, boom, that back downstairs. I got shit to do. I got people to talk to because like we got this to do. I gotta communicate with my Clash buddies. We got tournaments to go into and stuff like that. So that like they get really mad at me because they're like, we want to talk to you. It's like when half the time when I come upstairs and you want to talk to me, we talk for like 3 seconds and then that's it. That's it. So it's like I don't see why we're getting offended by this, but I listen to my parents a lot more, so have to kind of be out that. But that's the same thing that happened in high school. I remember going back to visit my high school teacher. He was literally like, you haven't really changed much since you were a kid. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you're still the same old kid. You still just have your headphones and your music. You put them on. You get to work. You get it done. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly how I am.
Yeah, when I met you, you always had your Skull Candy
I still have
headphones
them.
on.
Where are they? Hell yeah, they're right here. I still have
Yeah,
these babies. I don't know if it's the same pair though. I think they broke. I think
they
they
were
broke.
silver.
Yeah.
I
Now it has black paint on it because I was painting today at work. No, it's good. But yeah, that's just how I am. I just like listening to music and getting to work. It's like
yeah.
that's just how I am, right? Except for like this when we're like both talking about something and because if I'm like listening to music, I'll be like, I'm so fucking angry. Fucking start dancing around to a song, right? Like that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that's essentially my life story in a nutshell. Is I like to listen to music. I like having headphones on so I can ignore the fucking annoying people around me.
I
Because
have a feeling that that's most of the people in society.
yeah, well, actually no. When I go to schools like Grant MacEwan and U of A and stuff like that, they really don't have a lot of people that have headphones. Like it's really weird for
Everyone
me.
at Nate has their headphones on.
Exactly, and I think the difference being like Nate, especially the program we were in, we had a
It's
lot
a
of
tech.
kids with social anxiety, right?
True.
We just saw a lot of
And
people that were socially awkward. We just saw a lot of people that were very anxious, that were
mhm.
going through some things. So, like, of course, and especially with our area of expertise, which is film, we need to have headphones with us all the time to do audio mixing, to do video editing, to
Yeah.
do stuff like that. I always have my headphones because it's like cool. If I'm not talking to anyone, especially if I'm like on somewhere like an LRT or on a bus, I can just put on my headphones, ignore all these fuckers around me, and I can just be in my own little world until it's like cool, and it's my stop. It's time to go, right?
Mhm.
And then even it's like if it's a huge commotion, it's like cool. I don't need to listen to anyone unless someone taps me on the shoulder. It's like, oh hey,
See,
what's up?
I can kind of do both. Like on the bus or whatever. Yeah, I always have my headphones on, but like in like the library, for example, I can sit and be listening to music, watching TV or whatever
Mm-hmm.
by myself, or like maybe like if I'm with only one person, then no, I wouldn't be interacting with them necessarily. But if I'm in a group, I'm normally one of the few major people that's actually talking and communicating and
Yeah.
trying to start up conversation with people because I don't like it when I'm sitting at a table with people and everyone's just sitting on their phone.
Yeah, that I hate that too, but I hate more when I'm talking to or when I'm in a group of people and I don't know how to contribute to this conversation at all. So I kind of just sit there just going, I exist. Yeah. Mhm. Yep. Yeah, same bro. Same. Like I hate doing that. I hate it. It's so annoying. So it's like if it's like cool, if I'm not even going to be a part of this conversation, I might as well just walk off and go listen or watch something else, right?
Fair
So,
enough.
yeah, that's my philosophy on it.
So yeah, Facebook is banning
Yeah,
people
the fuck
from making
Facebook
groups of getting
group.
together.
Yeah, exactly. Don't try to protest this shit. Just stay inside. Boom.
See, I have to be the one to
You
get
have
us
to be
back
the
on
wrangler.
track.
Yeah, I have no idea where that was going. I was gonna wrap it around somehow to the next topic, but yeah, okay. Next topic. I was
For the few people that do listen to this podcast, I hope you like it when Jayden and I go into these long rants.
unnecessarily long rants.
I
Yeah,
but it's so fun, randomly entertaining. But
yeah.
you know,
I think
it's
it's
it is fun. Sometimes the story goes way too long and random. Where I'm just like, there's been plenty of times that I'm just listening. It's just
yeah. Davis
mm-hmm.
kind of just like zones out and does his own thing, and
Oh,
it's
there's
fine.
been plenty of
Of
times that
course,
I've
because it's like
zoned out on
you're just
your
like
rants, man.
you're just sitting there, just like Jayden, shut the fuck up. We have a podcast, not a fucking. You're not monologuing here. Shut up.
Yeah,
Right? But yeah.
that's why we need to. Yeah,
I
okay.
think that's why we have the perfect balance. It's like I won't shut up, you'll shut me up, right? So there we go. Let's talk about this other thing that pissed me off. I feel like all the negativity has kind of like exited my body at this point. So the New York Times posted this article. It's called "Gaming Sales Are Up and Production Is Down." And the I sent it to Davis, and Davis is like, "Yeah, this article makes sense. What are you talking about?" I'm like, "It makes sense, but do you see how fucking stupid it is?" He's just like, "No, why?" I'm like, "It's so boring. It makes sense. Yeah, okay. Self quarantine. Yeah, of course there's gonna be epic sales because guess what people need? They need to be entertained. So people are gonna be like, yeah, buy our video game, buy our video game, buy our video game, right? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna do that. And then there's delays and burnouts. Of course, if you're stuck inside for 12 hours a day doing the same shit over and over again, you might get burnt out. There are very few things like that don't
Even
burn me
if it
out
is
in
your
real life.
career that you're super passionate about,
Yeah,
you know, everyone says if you do what you love, you're never going to work in a day in your life.
that's a
That is
lie.
not true when it comes, especially when it comes to something like creating video games or
Mm-hmm.
editing or whatever, because it's
Yeah,
super long and time consuming.
yeah. Like when I was before I went to Nate and met Davis, I was a lifeguard at the pool here in Beaumont, and I loved my job. After a certain person got fired, fuck you, Robin. After a certain person got fired, I like my life just hit like pure bliss levels. I didn't have a girlfriend, but I didn't give a fuck about that. I was streaming all the time playing video games. I would wake up whenever I want. My metabolism was super good, so I could eat as much unhealthy food as I wanted. I was working out all the time, and working was just a blast. There was never like a negative moment. But like it did get to a point where it was like, yeah, okay, now I see it more as work and not as much fun as before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the thing, and that's the thing with
There's
these game
well,
creators.
yeah, well, there's always going to be like there should always be at least some positive moments of your job. Like you shouldn't be just completely hating every single thing you do, but
Yeah,
you need to get when you're just in a job just for a job, right?
yeah, and like the thing with video games and stuff like that, these things aren't just something that you crank out unless you're EA. Fuck you, EA. Got to throw that in there. But like most of these game developers actually have something called passion, where they want to put all of their energy into this. And of course, when you put all of your energy into something, guess what? You get exhausted, you get tired. Imagine you were spent 12 hours a day working out on the highest setting on a workout machine. Like that's what these people are doing. They're frying their minds sitting at a computer trying to make everything perfect as they possibly can. That's what they're doing for
Mhm.
12 hours a day in quarantine. They don't get to talk to their friends nearly as much. They don't get to talk to their coworkers. It's a very depressing environment sitting in a room like this. Luckily for me, it's like I have this window that keeps me hooked to the outside, so it's like I have that shine ray of sunshine popping in. Some people don't have that luxury.
Es- Especially when like your home computer may not be as good of specs as the one that you'd be doing at work.
Yeah,
So you're dealing with the frustration of programs crashing more often and stuff like that too,
yeah,
right? And
exactly.
having like family, you when your kids maybe, for example, right? You'll have that's gonna add more stress.
Mhm.
Some people are like, oh yeah, I can finally work from home,
Yeah.
yay! But then it's other people. The other people are like, no, I need that break away from my family. I need to actually be. They like the environment of being, with their
Yeah,
coworkers,
exactly. And
right?
like especially with some game developers, like that could be a very positive environment, right? And of course, it's like not all the time they're working on. There's sometimes it's like, cool, let's spend an hour playing this video game to figure out what makes it so special, like what we can do. And with some jobs, they're super duper cool. It's like they have a studio, like sound engineers. That's something that I wanted to do for a really long time. They just take something like a celery stalk and they can make like a ton of different noises. It's like it's a tree branch breaking, or it's like it's something
A
like
leg
water
bone.
dropping. Yeah, exactly. It's something cool. Like it's something super unique that you never would
Hmm.
think of. Now it's like that kind of creativity has kind of been drained away from them in a way because they're not in the same environment that inspires them to create this stuff. They don't get to see everything from other people. And it
Anything
doesn't
that's
take like
artist level career,
yeah, exactly.
art focused career.
And
Yeah.
the thing with like game like the way the video games are turning out is like when you used to work in an office like this, you could just walk around and be like, "Hey, what are you working on? Can I see it?" And they could be like, "Yeah, sure." And it takes like 2 seconds to load up. Meanwhile, it's like if you're in a big meeting conference call like with like 50 people and they're all trying to show you something, it's gonna take like an hour to get through it because it's like you have to set up this person and they're gonna show you everything, and then people might have questions and they're gonna be like, "Can we improve this?" And it's like, "Hey guys, shut up. We still have 49 other people to get through, right?"
Yeah,
So it's
and
like,
it's bandwidth and
yeah,
yeah.
and it takes forever, right? It's gonna take a lot more time. So yeah, New York Times, this has to be one of the dumbest fucking articles that you've ever possibly written. Because yes, gaming sales are up. Makes sense because everyone's just buying video games because that's the primary form of entertainment right now.
Hmm.
Like that, I had a conversation with a buddy of mine when used to work at the pool. He's an awesome guy. I love this guy. Him and I were talking. He's like, I just don't understand what people do for fun when video games aren't there. It's like, how do people keep themselves entertained? It's like, I get like but books can be really boring, right? They can watch TV, but the ad can also be really boring. Like, I can't see life without video games, and that's just how like most of the population is now. Video games are being brought up with children. Like, children are being brought up
Oh,
with tons of video games.
100%.
So like,
And I even agree with you for someone that's not even I don't classify myself as a gamer. Like,
hmm
I play Call of Duty. I play a couple games here and there. I play
I'd say
games
you're a
on my phone.
casual
What have
gamer.
you?
You're
Yeah,
You're not as hardcore as I am, not by a long shot.
yeah.
Sorry, but
No,
it's true.
100. Don't need to be sorry. It's 100% true.
Yeah.
Like, but I agree with you 100%. Like in this day and age, like because even watching like going back and like watching like that 70s show,
Yeah.
and they're trying to find things to do, they're just like, yeah, they're and everything that they're doing, right, you
Mhm.
can't do right now. Like, so going this is based off of things in the 70s when they had TV and you had like 5 channels,
Yep.
or you go and hang out with your friends and you play a couple card games or whatever, and you're like walking around the mall. You can't go walking around the mall with your friends right now.
No.
So
Mall. I think the malls are all shut down now because they're too big of a center
oh
uh
yeah, 100%.
for traffic and stuff like that. And people like, of course, now it's like, yeah, only certain people are at the store. My mom went to Walmart to go stock up on stuff. She's like, it's a completely different experience, Jayden. I'm like, why is that? She's like,
Mm-hmm.
only certain amount of people are left in the store. You can only go down one direction down the
Yeah,
hallways.
you have to zigzag the aisles.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. You can't go, yeah, I want to go this way, and then try to accidentally bump into someone. It's like, cool, now you basically almost got coronavirus if that person had it and didn't know, right? Like, that's just how things are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very different environment and stuff like that. So that's why this is
Hey,
so fucking stupid. Yes, of
hey,
course prediction is gonna be down.
at least this isn't as bad as the one topic we were talking about a few weeks ago.
Which one?
To see if you can remember. Just it was the dumbest news article we've ever read. See if
Didn't it have
you
something to
can.
do with someone's stupid opinions? Like this person is no longer playing a video game or something.
No,
No? Fuck.
it had to do with one individual woman.
Oh yeah, the stupid plant! The
Yeah,
stupid
there you
plant!
go.
Nailed it.
At
Fuck.
least it's not as bad as that. That one was
No,
like, okay, how the fuck is that
no, I could
newsworthy?
see the entertainment value in that though. I could see it because it's fucking funny. It's stupid funny, but it's funny. This is not funny at all. This is basically saying, yes, we know that
Stating the
video games
obvious.
exist. That's exactly what the New York Times are saying. They're basically saying, I'm cool, I'm hip, I know what video
And
games are.
and the fact that it's New York Times, the New York Times is one of the
Most
most credible
educated.
news sources
Yeah, they're the
you
most
can
like
actually
well
get.
educated and stuff like that. It's like I've seen a lot of stuff from there that's really good, but it's like epic sales.
Okay,
Wow.
I see your point.
Yeah,
It would make more sense if this was from like IGN, right?
if IGN made this, I would
Or
fucking laugh my ass off. It's like, wow, this is even waste. I don't like. I don't know. I don't know.
but then it would actually go into the realm of actually being like, wow, oh my god, okay, that's actually kind of funny, but like,
Yeah.
because it's for a gaming
Hmm.
news art like page, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't like it.
Fucking
The thing that
New
doesn't
York
save
Post.
this article, it's like they try to include statistics. They try to include like stories and quotes and articles and other people. It's like it doesn't fucking matter because this is all just common sense, right?
Yeah.
Sure, the numbers may be staggering, right? Oh, ESPN is showing esports and video game streaming sites are bringing massive viewerships. From the fourth quarter of 2019 to the first quarter of 2020, the streaming platform Twitch exceeded 3 billion hours watched for the first time. Wow, okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool, but that's not unexpected given what's happening,
Yeah,
right? And
exactly. It's just like
yeah,
Disney Plus and Netflix and Hulu and everything are fucking
speaking of
skyrocketing.
Twitch, have you seen what's going on in the Twitch world right now?
Of course, I haven't.
Ever?
I'm the one person. I'm the one person in Canada that
All
still
right,
isn't
all right, all
watching
right.
people on
Don't
Twitch.
need your fucking sass here, bro. Just chill. So here's the thing. So a new Riot Games, the creators of League of Legends, all are coming out with new IPs. So they're coming out
We
with
talked about League of Legends already.
no,
Not
no, no,
allowed
no,
to
no,
talk
no, no,
about it
no, no.
anymore.
This is a different one. This is a different one. So they came out with the card. They're coming out with a card game. They're coming out with a fighting game, and they're coming out with. They came out with a first-person shooter. It's basically CS:GO, but just slightly slower and slightly different. Everyone's
Hmm.
going nuts for this game. And what they have done is on Twitch you can get a beta key drop by watching people stream this game. So I saw one person get like 107,000 viewers. He's nowhere near this popular at this point because the beta's been out for like a week or two. He's now down to
Hmm.
30,000 viewers because everyone and their grandma is just like, "Cool. I'm just watching you to get the beta key and then I'm going to fuck right off." That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is, and it's so stupid because it's like, cool. If I want to stream League of Legends, I'm basically at a disadvantage because all of the hype is surrounding this, and a bunch of assholes are getting free viewers because viewers just want the free beta key. Like I don't like it's a good business move, absolutely
Yeah.
brilliant business move, but it's like it's really sad to be like, hey, I hit 102,000 viewers today. Was that because I'm good, or is that just because I got beta keys, bro? It's because you got beta keys. If you had 5 beta keys to give away and you gave them away after a week, people would be watching you and trying to suck your dick for that week for the one beta key that they might get. Like
Hmm.
it just that's just what's happening right now. Like that's all I'm reporting on. Is it stupid?
Okay.
Kind of. Is it smart by
It's
Riot?
definitely a gray area thing because yeah, it takes away from views for streamers like you that are not, you know, playing that game that you have to get it.
Yeah.
But on the company side of things, yeah, it gets more people watching,
It's like
therefore more streams,
it's
therefore
like
more
the
money. So
it's like the Fortnite effect. It's when Fortnite came out and everyone and their grandma decided, "Hey, I hate this game, but to make my channel survive, I have to switch to this."
hmm.
Right? Except this one is just, "Hey, I can play this game because I got a beta key for it." Right? I can just play this game and other people get free shit, and that's why people are watching me. It's not because I'm good, it's not because I'm funny, it's just because I can give people free shit.
But also in the other ways that you may be able to get more people viewing, and then some people will probably stick after, after
Yeah,
the fact, right?
exactly.
It's a good way of, hey, I have this here. It's like the first bump is free, like when selling freaking cocaine or whatever.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. You gotta get them
it
hooked on
will.
the product to try it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Some people will. You'll still get that. Maybe I don't know. I'm just gonna say a random number of like 20% of people that came in just for the key,
Yeah.
and then they decide to stay. So you still get that extra boost, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing when companies do. Like I'm gonna use Marks for example. We do 20% store wide.
Mhm.
You'll get more people coming in. Yeah, you're getting that deal of 20%, but more people weren't going to spend their money on this particular day anyway. So now they're going to come in and they're still spending 80% of of the money, right?
Yeah.
It's the same idea. So they'll still get some people coming in at least, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
And sticking and staying.
I don't
So
know.
it's
I thought it was just like the wildest thing just to be like, hey, all of these people that are known for playing other video games are playing this just because they want to like gain the viewers and gain the subscribers and gain the money for it. And it's not bad by any means necessary. It just kind of sucks for anyone that's trying to start up that doesn't have a Valorant beta key because they're like, yeah, I want to play this. Or it's like I want to stream, but everyone is watching these people on the front page of the site instead of watching me playing this game. But it really bothers me when it's like people think I have to play this game to stay relevant. It's like, no, you don't. The guy that I was mentioning, his name is Summit1G. He was fucking raging at his fans. He was like, I there has to be a different way I can survive in the Twitch world than go down this fucking Fortnite hole. How can you guys
mm-hmm,
like this game so fucking much? Like that's what he said. And
mm-hmm,
it's like, you realize you're an internet personality, right? You have a ton of subscribers before Fortnite came. You're kind of just doing this to yourself. If you kind of just stuck to your morals and said, yeah, I don't like this game, I don't enjoy playing it, I'll play it once in a while for you guys, but I don't want to spend every day playing this. Like, I feel like a lot of people would be like, I give you mad respect. If you're not playing Fortnite and I only want to watch Fortnite gameplay, there are other people that I can watch. But people will come and stick for you. I know there are people that are coming and sticking for me, right?
yeah. That's like YouTubers like Peter McKinnon, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I watch every video that he puts out, even if I have no idea, don't care about the product because I like him as a personality.
Yeah.
Like the video he just released yesterday was his review of the new iPad Air Magic case. And you know me, I don't care about Apple products, I don't or anything like that. But I watched his video just because it's
Mm-hmm.
his style. I watch his videos. He's one of the few people that I watch literally every video that comes out by him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you have those members, those subscribers, then people are going to watch your stuff regardless of what you watch
Yeah. Exactly.
or play, I should say, for in this
In this scenario. Yeah.
scenario. Yeah.
Okay. So there's one thing that I just found going through our history before like we end this off with your thing. I found this picture. If you go back and you find like there's like a list of pictures in our Facebook Messenger chat.
Mm-hmm.
So the second last one that I sent, it's an Instagram meme. It's like celebrities are going makeup free while social distancing. Um,
Right.
yeah, and there's a
Yeah, I
picture
remember
of
that.
fucking what's his name from I can never remember names from Witcher. It's just going, who cares? Exactly. That's another stupid article. Who the fuck cares?
Right. We were going to
Nobody.
talk about that. Right.
You're going makeup free because nobody could see you?
No, that's not.
Cool.
That's not Witcher. Is
That's
that
what.
Witcher?
That's Witcher. I know that's Witcher.
Oh yeah, it is. I thought it was. When I first saw it, I thought it was Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's what I would think too. They're very similar. Yeah, I can see that. But it's like, cool. You don't have makeup on? You want a fucking gold medal? There are girls that do that shit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, yeah, we're standing up to coronavirus by not putting on makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody fucking cares. I don't put on makeup. I'm not shaving either. Am I making a big deal out of it? Yeah, because I think it's gonna grow hideously and it's gonna look funny on my face. Maybe. I have no clue. I'm gonna that's how this is a quarantine indicator. This however long it is, tells the time of how long we've been stuck inside our houses. It's exactly how it is. But nobody gives a shit about the makeup thing. Nobody's gonna give a shit about my facial hair unless they ask. It's like, why are you growing out your facial hair? Because
But
because it's a fucking literal meme. It's a meme at this point because it's
yeah,
just funny. It's a timer to show
I
quarantine. Why am I getting so fucking infuriated at these women that are like, well, I'm not putting on makeup. Nobody cares. Just like the meme, nobody fucking cares. I hate.
I think maybe the reason they're behind it is because women don't grow facial hair, or like technically they do, but it's kind of weird and gross if they grow a beard. So that's like their version of it,
Mm-hmm.
but like it's still the same. Like I shaved I was doing the same thing too, but I can't grow as good of a beard as you can.
Hell yeah.
So I was like,
Nobody
screw
can
it,
match the
and I
scruff.
shaved as well. But like I know other YouTubers are doing the same. Like other creators, other people are doing the same thing. They're just growing their beard
Yeah.
as like whatever. I'm inside. Who cares? So it might kind of be that like, oh, I don't grow a beard, but maybe this is our way of like, hey, we're stuck. I'm showing we're inside, so we're not seeing people
Yeah. So like,
type thing. So like I again being like the devil's advocate of it, it's like again I'm with you of the I don't really care. So why is this whatever? Who cares?
yeah.
But I see the reasoning, kind of like the thought behind it,
Yeah.
right?
And it's like most of these women are like gorgeous anyways, so like having no makeup on it doesn't really fucking matter. But like I'm looking through the actual article right now, and it's like I don't really see your is it like supporting something? No. It's not like they're supporting a charity or anything. It looks like it's one of those stupid challenges. You know what's a stupid challenge that I found out about? Getting iced. So what do you have to do is
Oh yeah,
you go to some random person's house, you put a fucking Smirnoff Ice on the front step, you hit the doorbell, and they chug it. It's like,
yeah. Well,
it's fun, I get it.
it's not normally a random person. It's normally like a group of friends when
Yeah,
you're like camping or something like that.
yeah. And that's what happened to my brother's friend. He had to do it at 4 a.m. So,
Nice.
but like, I get that, that's fun, and that's cool, but it would be stupid to make a news article out of it, which this fucking article did. It makes no fucking sense. Why is that important? It's not. Why am I making such a big deal out of it? Because it's not important. It's stupid. It's dumb. It should not exist as an article. Like, cool. If your favorite celebrity is doing that, go ahead. Go without makeup for them. I don't fucking care. Nobody cares. Like, it's not saving the planet. Not wearing makeup
Yeah,
doesn't increase your survivability to corona. It just doesn't.
yeah. At
Stop.
least like what you were saying earlier with League of Legends, it's planting trees, or like what I said in Mr. Beast and Mark Rober in 2019, planting like,
They're planting trees
or
or
I
donating
know
money.
like yeah, like Dude Perfect, the first week of quarantine they did the quarantine classic they called it, where they did live streams of them playing certain sports, and they were doing um
Mm-hmm.
um it was a charity event they were giving to the like Red Cross or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the Try Guys, I know they're giving a portion of their merch sales um to homeless shelters or food banks, I should say. Like at least what like they're still trying to make a profit,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, because they're still content creators and they're still trying to make money and what have you.
Yeah.
Like, but at least what they're doing is for a reason. Like, yeah, exactly. Celebrities just being like, "Ooh, look at me! I'm so brave." That's the mindset of it. Is
Yeah.
that you're so brave because of like,
Yeah.
uh, Kylie Jenner or whatever her
Gwyneth Paltrow.
no Jenner, who used to be Bruce Jenner, she's so brave for
Mm-hmm.
being trans.
Yeah.
It's that same like mindset of like, it's like, oh my god, yeah, like
Yeah, like I can understand like the trans thing though because it's like it's not really widely accepted, but like going without makeup is accepted because guess what? You're going to have a ton of people that like you with makeup on, but as a guy personally, I prefer girls that don't wear makeup. And if you do wear makeup, that's totally fine. The problem is when the personality becomes the person with makeup. If
Mm-hmm.
it's like, I don't mind like taking an hour to get ready, putting on makeup, and then going outside. That's fine. My last girlfriend did that. Like, I had no problems with that because like that wasn't her personality. Her personality was something completely different. What
Mm-hmm.
like with some of these girls, it's like, yeah, it's like my confidence comes through my makeup skills, and I get the confidence through makeup skills. If this is just such a fucking tricky area to go around. But here's the point: if your personality comes down to I wear makeup, then it's a shit personality. I'm sorry. Like, I would much rather meet someone who's confident without makeup than who's confident with only makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Is the thing. It it like, oh my god, this is just so fucking hard because it's like
That's the thing is, yeah, exactly, because like
there's no
that's the area
words.
where, yeah, because you can't be shitting on someone because they feel confident for like, it's the same. It's almost the same as like fat shaming someone. Like
Mm,
when it's the same principle of being like, I'm just gonna say you just saying random like pointing to a random person,
yeah,
you were overweight, and then right, and you're talking about it for their health. Like you're overweight, you need to lose weight, or else you could die because of whatever X, Y, and Z. But then that individual will be like, "You're fat shaming me, calling me ugly
yeah,
because I'm overweight." No, I'm not saying you're ugly. I'm saying you have more health risks because you're overweight. It's the
yeah,
same like principle, right?
yeah,
It's
exactly.
so
It like
you don't need to be
you don't like.
go.
I don't
Yeah.
mind, like, again, guys don't really mind makeup for the most part. Like, I don't mind a girl that wears makeup. Like, my last girlfriend loved wearing makeup, and I'm like, all right, I don't care. Doll me up. I don't give a shit. But like, the problem is, it's like when the only thing that you can be like is like, yeah, I look hideous without makeup, and your confidence only comes from something super duper artificial that's painted on your face. That's the problem, and that's
Mhm.
why it's like it's fake. It's fake advertising, right?
And again, another like if you're a YouTuber that or an Instagram model or whatever where you do tutorials on doing makeup and
Mm-hmm.
that's like your job, there's a difference there too,
Yeah.
right? Like that's what again, just to kind of back you up on your statement again, like you're not getting pissed off at people that do that as a job or anything like that,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's literally just, oh, I'm only beautiful when I have makeup. Like shut up.
No.
Like
All
yeah.
women are queens. All women are beautiful in some shape or form. Some it's more physical. Some it's way better fucking personality, right? I
Hmm.
know a girl that I used to work with. She was pretty good looking, but her personality was shit, and I found her super unattractive because of that. Mostly
Hmm.
because she was like, video games players are all sweaty nerds that live in their basements and they need to stop. It's like, bro, have you seen some of these people that are pros? They're fucking more handsome than your boyfriend. I'm sorry, dude. Look,
Yeah,
look up
there was a
Team
girl I
Liquid
went.
Broxa. Let me pull this guy up. This guy's name is Broxa. Ah, fuck, I spelled it wrong. His name is Mads Proc Peterson. Is he Denmark? I thought he was Russian. Like, let me send this over to you real quick. But I'm gonna show this to you, and you're gonna tell me if he's attractive or not, because I think he's super. Like, look at this man. Look at this. I don't. If someone went up to him and was like, "What do you do?" I play professional League of Legends. Like,
Yeah, he looks like a soccer player.
yeah, he looks like a fucking model, dude. He
Yeah,
looks super duper good. Or what was the other one? Hercubot.
Th-
Her.
that's like there was a girl I went to high school with. She was one of the hottest girls in the class in a grade,
Mm-hmm.
but she was a smoker, so it was like ugh, ugh. It definitely brought her attractive level
Yeah.
down.
Smoking is an instant like no for me. If I'm on like these dating sites and I see someone with like smoking sometimes, like marijuana I'm okay with. I'm like, I haven't tried it and
Better
I'd like
be.
to try it, but it's like, if it's smoking a cigarette, nope, sorry. Nope, not doing that. Nope, nope, no, nope, not don't touch it.
Yeah.
I find it disgusting. It's just like, I've thought about wanting to try it. I thought about wanting to like actually start smoking, but then people are like, this person smokes. I'm like, yep, fucking nope, not doing that. Nope, don't want to be like that person. And like,
Mm.
so yeah, there's that. let's get on to the last topic before we fucking take this to 2 hours because we're already at an hour 40. Um, Davis wanted to talk about Ink Master. So due to the COVID-19 pandemic, governmental orders to stay home and for the safety of the artists, judges, canvases, and crew. I love how they say fucking canvases. That's great. Do they actually do it on people or is it a
Yeah,
canvas?
it's
Okay.
no canvas, human canvases. It's
Fucking,
tattoos.
fucking. Imagine being called a canvas. Hey, what's up, canvas?
You're my yeah. That's just how they've always been on the show. They've always been called you're the
In
human
the bedroom.
canvases
In the
because
bedroom. Oh, you're my pretty little canvas. Jesus. Let's move on. So, and the and the crew, the Ink Master Turf War finale cannot move forward. Ink Master applauds the talented artists who fought their way to the top three. Since we are unable to crown an Ink Master, each of the finalists will receive a cash prize. The artists will reveal their master canvas tattoos across at Ink Master social handles on Wednesday, April 15th at 7 p.m. Oh, so this already happened.
yeah, this happened already. I watched the reveals and like
This
some of the like so for me like I only have the one tattoo. I do want to get more tattoos when I eventually have the money to do so.
when I get a
Um,
fucking ripped bod, you'll see me get a tattoo. I've honestly thought about getting like ripped and then doing like one of those old style dragon, like Japanese tattoos going all the way down my arm.
get a small tattoo first before you do that because you're not going to be able to do
Pain.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
I actually thought of a new tattoo that I want to do too. Actually, I want to do like a knuckle tattoo and go um, live and then go life.
Ooh,
Live.
that's
That's something.
interesting. I
Yeah,
I hate knuckle
but
tattoos. I'm just gonna say that. So that's something
oh,
you
I
should come to me for.
well, I don't know. I have no. That was just literally just a random thought that I had
Yeah.
literally just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But for me, tattoos are they're such a important thing. Even though you get the tattoo artist's interpretation of what you want and how it mixes and changes and whatever thing. But that's what their job is to come up with the concept for you,
Yeah.
and you just kind of tell them like the passion behind it or whatever. Some people just like, oh, I just think it's cool, whatever.
Mhm.
That's still fine. That's honestly for some people may agree with me, may not, but tattoos are literally one thing to really spend a good amount of money on because one, it will look better. You'll be more happy about it,
Mhm.
and literally, that I might have said this before. I know I have said this before in the past, but tattoos are the only thing you spend money on in life that you take with you to your grave.
Yep.
Like so, spend if you're gonna get tattoos, spend the money on it and get like good ones, and that's why like this one, it actually has meaning behind it. It was I got when I was 18 even though there has been times that I've had a little bit of extra money in the bank, it's
Mhm.
only been a couple $100, and um, I haven't like spent money on it because again, I want to wait till I have more ideas and
Mhm.
everything like that.
Yeah.
So
You want the perfect kind of tattoo.
yeah, maybe that doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, but like I have to have I don't want it to be like terrible.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I think tattoos are kind of like the one of the best art forms in my opinion,
Yeah.
right? So that's the kind of like the main reason bringing that into what that is that's the main reason why I watched the Ink Master show.
Mhm.
Like of course I like it because of the drama and everything for a reality show that for any reason that anyone watches any reality show, right?
Mhm.
There's always freaking fuck you, yours was terrible, no mine was great, fuck you, you're like
Yeah.
so there's those reactions and everything, but
Yeah.
um I the main thing that draws me into it is the art of it,
Mhm.
and I learned a lot about tattooing and stuff like that from watching the show. Right,
Yeah.
I learned that I don't like American traditional tattoos. So a little explanation, like American traditional is like the mom with like the heart with like mom written on it, right?
Ugh,
With
that's
or
so
something,
cringy.
for that quick little example. And
Mhm.
then there's like new school where it's like and like anime or when people get like a comic book character is like new school
Mhm.
or like Japanese is the dragons and koi fish and that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you learn about the different types of styles, and I didn't know any of that until I started watching Ink Master show.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when watching the season, I'm like, oh, I wonder what they're gonna do, because every season the final three are revealed how like 6 months later, or whatever, and it's a live episode in somewhere in Vegas,
Yeah.
right? So then with all this happening, I was curious. I was like, I wonder what they're gonna do this year. What's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and then they posted this, and of the fact that they're just kind of okay, everyone wins, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like, and
Seems like a really big cop out, but unfortunately, that's just how it has to be. Because
mhm.
like we were talking about this, is like how are they gonna split it? Is it everyone gets the first place prize? Does everyone get like the third place prize? Does like everyone get a set prize? Like everyone get the second place prize? Like
There is no second or third place prize. There's literally just one
it's
winner.
just one. Oh, so does everyone just get? Yeah.
So
Does
that's the thing that's confusing me, and I'm guessing any other fans of the shows, because they and any post that they've been saying, they have just said they get the prize money. They never say like how it's distributed, or
yeah.
like, is it everyone gets $100,000, or are they dividing 100,000 into three?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the one thing that I'm like
Does everyone
confused
get
by.
$33,333.33 with 1 penny going to charity? Like what's gonna happen? We have no idea. But
Yeah.
that really sucks. And there's another show I want to tack on at the end of this, but this just seems like as unfortunate as it is, because of course these three worked harder than all of the other contestants. They were more talented than the other contestants, and maybe more talent is not the right thing. See, the thing I see with competitions, it's not about how good or bad you are. It's just how good you are on that day.
Exactly. On like,
Like
yeah,
you.
no, that's a perfect way of saying it too, because one of the competitors that was in the top three,
Mm-hmm.
um, her name's Angel. Um, so this is the first time in this season that they did pardons.
Mm-hmm.
So there's three judges, and each judge was, if someone got eliminated, they could bring them back into the show.
Yeah.
This is the first time they've ever done that. And Angel actually got eliminated, but because she's actually was one of the strongest artists in this of the show
Period.
this season,
Yeah.
and she got eliminated based exactly on that. She just had a bad day, like
Yeah.
she, and then she got the pardon.
Mm-hmm.
Like
She came back in. See.
she came back in and ended up becoming in the
Yeah.
top three,
You
right?
could you can definitely see how that is with especially like esports competitions, like you said, like or like I've been saying, with some teams they are super duper strong. It's just on the days that they don't perform, they just get shit on and then they lose. And then you're just sitting there just like, wow. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know what happened, but we have to be in a better mindset next time. And it can
Mhm.
create some really cool upsets. It can create some really good content, some really good drama, but sometimes that's just how it is. And what really sucks is if there was someone who is like super duper far of the competition, it's like, yeah, this guy is like guaranteed to win. Everyone is putting their votes on him, and then suddenly this shit happens, and he gets only a third of the prize money that he's supposed to get. It would be like,
Mhm.
well, that sucks. That really sucks because I've been working my ass off. I know I'm way better than all these people, and I just got shit on.
Mhm.
So,
See, the thing is with this, the top three, I had no idea who was gonna win. Like, there's sometimes when I'm watching the show, and
mm-hmm,
I'm like, okay, like obviously, whomever this person's gonna win, and it's like super obvious, because like how Ink Master works, there's best tattoo of the day, and then someone gets like worse, and it's always the bottom three, and like
mm-hmm,
sometimes someone's in the bottom three almost like a lot of the times, and then someone, and they could still like be in the top, right?
yep,
And it's obvious that the person that was in the bottom for most of the show is most likely not going to win,
mm-hmm,
during the finale, even if they made their way all the way up to the third just out of sheer luck afterwards, right?
yeah,
But like this one, it was like, uh, I don't think I think one of the competitors, Jimmy, was in the bottom once. I don't know. I would have to re-look at it, but yeah, they all three of them were like, holy shit, I have no idea who's gonna win. And when they did that YouTube video of the reveal,
mm-hmm,
I had my own personal opinions. Everyone has their own opinions. There were like comments of like, oh, this part is awesome. I like his this, but this one isn't as good. Blah blah blah. But that's probably the reason why, because like the community was like, oh, why don't you open it up to viewer voting?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, then that's still not fair because it ends up being like popularity based off of like the person you like better, not necessarily the art.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like I understand why they had to kind of do it that way, but it's still like it kind of sucks that they couldn't even at least do like live stream viewing for the judges themselves or something
Yeah,
like that, right?
like they've done with esports events. Like, of course, it's way easier to do an esport event because you're basically playing online anyways, and most of the
Mm-hmm.
teams are situated in houses. So all you have to do is just make sure that there's like integrity for the players. You have to make sure that it's in a good environment, stuff like that, and then and make sure everything's fair. But they have found a way to do it, and they keep the show basically professional. The only thing that's missing is like the audience applause and the audience
Mm-hmm.
kind of like spirit. But other like that's in Twitch chat. That's fucking everyone's just going on Twitch, just like or on YouTube,
Yeah.
just commenting in the chat, just going like, yeah, go FlyQuest, go C9, go like whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but this is definitely something different, and it really really sucks to be like, hmm, they
And
just couldn't figure out a way to do it, which is stupid because there is a way to do it because it's like
would
it makes
but
even more sense because then they're isolated, they're by themselves. It's not like any crazy challenges, right? It's just that they have to do the tattoo, right?
well this well so this one they changed it up a little bit than what they normally do. So they did a 25-hour back piece,
Mm-hmm.
a 25-hour chest piece,
Jesus.
and then during the live they were gonna when they were actually gonna do the live, it was gonna be a 6-hour thigh piece, and they were gonna judge all three. That's so each year it kind of gets a little more difficult
Yeah.
as they keep going, right?
Yeah.
And then the judges would have seen it, like would have investigated in person and seen like if there's any like wobbly lines or the colors or blowouts or anything like that. So
Yeah.
they would have
Okay.
actually
That.
been able to judge that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Bob Jones, he's one of the finalists. He went out on his Twitter was like, "Hey, I know people are getting upset about this, but even if you sent in like pictures to the judges, did like quality of the camera would be different.
Yeah.
The lighting would be different. The how the different person's skin is healing. If
Yeah.
it's more red when you take the picture, no matter how long you wait, it will affect how it looks on
Yeah.
camera, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot different. So that's why he was like after this. So when you said that was the 15th, so Bob tweeted that out. I think 2 days ago or something like that,
Yep.
when the finale was like supposed to actually air.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a lot of stuff of like, okay, oh well, whatever. As the fans, it's kind of annoying that you don't get an actual winner. But for me, it's like cool. You still get to. It's not. It doesn't affect me at all because I'm Canadian, so it's not like I could really do any of the voting or anything like that anyway. Even if
Yeah.
they did have it.
But still,
So,
you're
but
missing
it's
like
still like
you're missing
like
the
oh
ending.
man,
You don't get
yeah,
closure. That's the thing. It's like you
yeah.
just don't get closure. It's just like
And,
cool. It's like an after-school special. Everyone's a winner,
yeah,
except
and
everyone. Nobody wins in this scenario.
and the thing that's also annoying is that every year, just before they announce whoever the winner is, they would announce what the theme is or whatever for the next season. Like this one was Turf Wars. They've done different shop wars. Like you know, so they always have kind of a different like theme for the next season. They announce what the next season is
Yeah.
gonna be, and they haven't announced it yet. And
This show is very reminiscent of Lego Masters, which is basically, as you suggest, as you would think, it's duos and they have to build whatever it is, in like the certain amount of time that they have using anything that they want, that's Lego, to build it. So the one episode that I watched, it was a bridge, so you had to make it so that it was completely flush with a certain these two columns, and then it has to look pretty as well. And then however much weight it held was your rank. And there were like a few bridges that got to like 1,000, and that was the max that they capped out at. They're like, yeah, if we don't have enough weights, somebody's fired. Like, who's the guy who plays Batman in the Lego Batman? It's like something
the
Arnold.
voice of
Yeah, the voice of Batman. Let me see. Oh my god, how do I not know this?
I don't know the voice actor.
Will Arnett, that guy. So yeah, Will Arnett, he's just like, yeah, if we don't have enough weights, someone's fired, right? And so it's like comedic, it's funny, everyone's there to have a good time and stuff like that. So it kind of reminds me of that. I have no idea if that ended or not, but this seems like something I would definitely be interested in. So where do you watch it on?
It's on Paramount Network, like on actual like TV.
All right. Well, I guess I don't have that. So.
So I don't. Yeah. Yeah.
So.
So like I don't know if you get a chance to, again, if you're not really into that type of like drama, and they do the same thing that any like reality show does, like, you know, you'll have like Big Brother where you'll have someone getting upset and you'll have like people arguing and fighting or whatever, right? And they kind of they make like fake drama, like I said earlier, of course, because it's a reality show, they still have to do that, right? And like, no, fuck you, yours was terrible, you know, like, I'm way better than you. They have to have that for the reality show aspect of
then
it.
You're just sitting there.
The art that comes out of it is actually quite amazing, and even though I'm Canadian, I'm never gonna actually go down to it, but like one of my favorite competitors from the previous series, he's competed a few times. His name is DJ Tambi. He's now one of the judges on a spin-off version. It's called Ink Master Rivals. So it's two people that have gotten pissed off and argued at each other, blah blah, in the previous seasons. So anyway, I've been following him ever since I've watched his art, because his artwork alone is just crazy, and I would love to go down to. Yeah, I don't remember where he lives, but I would literally spend the money if I had the money. I would spend the money to take a flight, get hotels, whatever, book the time to see him, to get a tattoo done by him. Like that, it would just
just like imagine.
I want to pitch Ink Master Canada. Like
that would be super cool. Just imagine like going and you're sitting next to someone on the plane. The guy comes over to you, he's just like, so what are you going down here for? You're just like, tattoo. What about you? He's just like, what the fuck? You're going down for a tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy's really good, man. I don't know what to say. He's just like, all right, fine.
Yeah,
weirdo. Dude,
DJ Tambi, if you're listening.
Dude, tweet it at DJ Tambi. Just send him this specific part of the YouTube video, and there you go. Dude, it could happen. It could happen. You could make a young man very happy. I had a joke when you were like, the people are like yelling at each other. It's like, you're terrible. You will never make it in this business. And then you just look over and you're just like, I'm just holding the microphone. Why the fuck are you yelling at me? Like, I had that joke lined up, but I couldn't get it in. Feels bad. There it is.
Because the one time I'm talking more than you.
Yeah, the very few times that you talk more than I do.
Yeah.
I talk a lot. But anyways, we've been talking for a long time, both of us. But well, mostly me. My voice is really starting to get raspy. I don't know if you're hearing it, but my throat's getting sore. So let's cut this off real quick before I go. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys really enjoyed this very extended version of the M3 podcast. We hope you guys enjoy. You guys can send us in topics on what you guys want us to talk about. I want to do a food episode. We're gonna do a food episode because we got into pizza. I didn't even talk about what I'm gonna do when I get laid off at this job, because it's not fucking, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get laid off. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure to follow on anything that you're listening to. I said it. Fuck you, Davis. And that's gonna do it for us here at the M3 podcast. Check all the links down below.
Our condolences to the families and everyone in
Nova Scotia. Yeah. And make sure you guys stay safe, stay healthy out there in this.
And wash your hands.
And wash your hands, exactly. Don't touch your face. I'm allowed to because I get to wash my hands. So. All right, see you guys later.
I've touched my face so many times during this.
Dude, that's what I do. I just go like this now because I.
Oh yeah, I've been doing like playing with my hair.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
See you guys later. Thank you for listening. If you like this podcast, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Links will be in the description.